All right. We're live. Hey guys, welcome. This is the unofficial Alla Zululu Dead Alive live stream after party. I am joined by an illustrious panel of some homies of mine. To my left, my left, I don't know. Roan Bone from Beneath the Dirt podcast. He didn't see the whole stream, so he'll be.
I caught the last three songs Zool played.
Yeah, he thought it started at 9, so
that's my bad.
Yeah. Beneath him, we got the homie Mike Sears. Speak your clout.
What up, motherfuckers? Thank
sir.
you, Luke. Appreciate
Welcome.
you.
And then beneath me, one half of the super famous Fun Time guys, a hero who saved children from a burning building.
Yeah.
Mr. Eight Legs.
Hello.
How's it going, sir?
It's going wonderful.
He's joining us. He's joining us from the nether regions of Lucha, Florida, right now.
Yeah, the fucking ass crack.
All right, so I guess Max should be joining us shortly. He saw the message. He's kind of chilling. So we'll get to him. I guess we'll start kind of with the bone, and maybe we'll discuss it a little bit later when he gets on. Max's performance was pulled. I guess it was too hot for TV. Live from, I guess, didn't like what he had. I mean, I don't know what his performance was. Did you see his performance, Legs?
Yeah.
Did you think it was controversial?
No, not at all. Until like when I did see that it, or like it fucking got canceled or I got told it, and I was like, okay, I could see why they would be like, no, we don't want that.
Because
I personally don't understand it, but I mean, I'm not them. Fuck them.
Yeah.
I take that back.
Because all I saw was he shared like a still from it, and it was like a chick tied up in a chair, and I can only assume that's why they did it. But you guys had a body tied up, wrapped up on your set, so I guess you have to be alive for it to count as too much.
I mean, ours wasn't a breathing person.
Yeah, yours was already dead. His was still alive. So dead's okay, alive not okay.
Yeah. I don't know. This is a Dead Alive stream, so something fucked up.
Yeah, you guys tried to. That was kind of what made it a little bit like weird, just because you guys were like, "Oh, Madd Maxxx killed it on his set," and then they didn't even have it, and everybody's like, "Oh."
I got here, I felt like a dick, and I was like, "Man." But
I don't. I guess he's gonna. I mean, like I said, when he joins us, he'll let us know like how he's gonna release it. I know he's kind of said he doesn't know what he's gonna do. I guess he's lucky that like Live From or somebody else doesn't like own that performance, because then he'd be shit out of luck, not be able to release it. So that's good news. But yeah, so you guys hit the stage first, super famous Fun Time guys.
Sorry.
I mean. You guys played almost everything from the new album, right? Well, not every track, but I mean, almost every song was only from that album because you don't have any other albums, correct?
I don't know what. Reword the question. Actually, yeah, sure.
Oh. All right, here we go. Mr. Madd Maxxx, there he is.
Hello, dude.
The man the man that's too hot for TV.
And it's not even fucking TV. Are you kidding me? How am I going to be too hot for the internet when fucking Pornhub and the dark web exists?
This ain't Pornhub or the dark web, dog.
It's clearly not.
Yeah, it's
Pornhub.
Max, we were talking about it earlier, so everybody's kind of up to speed with what happened. But what is your plan to do with that performance now? Are you just do you have any idea what you're gonna do with it now?
Well, I mean, it's gonna come out for sure. I'm not just gonna fucking have done that to sit on it and be like, oh, that's fun. But with that being said, I am probably going to wait a minute. First thing I'm gonna do is find a way to set up my fucking camera. That'd be good.
Good job.
Oh, you listen here.
You listen.
All right. See, the thing is, the only falls fucking forward now. What is this all about? All right, that'll have to work for now. But no, I'm definitely gonna release it. What I'm thinking about doing now is because it really is actually kind of ironic because for the performance to have been, would you call this censored? Like, for it to have happened the way that it did, it's funny to me because I look back at it and thought that I did not get like violent enough at all. And the actress, so to speak, my friend Anne Marie, she goes by Voodoo, and she was down for fucking whatever. Like, she was, for the sake of the performance, she was down, and it's so funny to me that it ended up being like, cut for content when my original plan was to do more. And so at this point, I'm probably going to get another performance made, and kind of, there's also some other shit that I'm working on right now with somebody who I've known and worked with for many years in this area. And, excuse me, we're working on that. And so probably going to film a performance with them as well, because they've also been taken to doing very theatrical / graphic performances. So probably going to do something like that, put it up online for like a direct download for like $5 or something like that. Because initially, I did spend some money to get this made. And, initially, the idea of having it played on a platform was a great promotional opportunity. But now that was not, the case, going to have to find a way to make it work for me, which, I mean, again, I think that ends up being, I just feel like the Hulk in fucking Endgame. Like, I see this as an absolute win. Like, people know about it now. This happened so
it's forbidden fruit now. Everybody saw you on the flyer.
Well, that's kind of my thing. It happened so suddenly because my number one, and I already said this in my statement, but I fucking love everybody over there. This was not their fault. I'm not mad.
Fucking better guy.
I will come over there and lovingly caress your face before I slap the other side of it.
Look over here, me.
But what I'm saying is that, like, this is one of these kinds of situations where I absolutely understand why it would happen. It's not like it makes no sense to me, but at the same time, I'm just what you don't know what.
Is that Carver?
That's what it sounds like. And again, my whole thing is this: that the point that I was trying to make, I got a little sidetracked. This happened so quickly that they weren't even able to get the artwork updated to get my name taken off of it. Which, I mean, again, the main thing that you would need to keep in mind here is that, especially like when it comes to Zool, it's like, I'm not speaking for them, but I know them pretty well. And like, we've seen the video for Axis Family. These guys ain't tame. It's not like they're given to fucking, they would see some shit. And not to mention, before I even shot it, I mentioned to Bill, like, hey, this is what I'm planning on doing. What the fuck?
What are you guys doing?
Well, he got one of those fucking bullhorns with the car alarm noise. But again, my whole deal is that in that way it ended up working out, and I think that when people do see it, they're going to be pretty happy with it. So I'm going to see what I can do about maybe getting a little bit more together, put a performance together, maybe put a DVD out. But I'm not going to make people wait too long because it is out there, and maybe at some point I will put out like a snippet, like one song maybe, but just so people can see something. But I'm disappointed, obviously, but these things happen. You know what I mean? Like, fucking the show must go on. And it did. And as far as from what I've heard from the, what I've seen people say, and I already saw, I didn't see Zul's performance, but I did get to see Super Famous's, and obviously they did a great job. So, like, again, I see this whole thing as a win. I'm sad, but life goes on.
Yeah, it is kind of that like forbidden fruit aspect, where people saw your name on the flyer, didn't see you, and we're like, okay, we got to look this guy up. He was too hot for the stream, so we got to check out his music.
Low. Yeah, you want to know what? Like, I just the way that things are nowadays, I also don't know nothing about the company that hosted the stream, so I don't really know, what their value structure is as far as like, whatever. I at the end of the day too, I was having this conversation with my mother a little while ago because especially based on the nature of the performance, my mother is a feminist from a long time ago, and so the idea of essentially kidnapping, torturing, and murdering a woman for the sake of entertainment, it's like there are definitely some people that would consider that to be problematic. However, at the same time, the reality is, and I say this based on a fair amount of experience, there's a lot of women out there who are dying to see some shit like that, who are all about that, like, kidnap, fucking, torture fantasy, and that's much more the demographic that we're aiming at with underground horrorcore music. So I'll tell you right now, my thinking was Super Famous Fun Time Guys is Whipstick and 8Legs, who both wear masks, which adds to the theatricality. And if you've ever seen them perform, they have really good rapport. They're funny. The show is always entertaining. Zul is three people who, aside from matching each other with the masks and the hats and the outfits, they usually choreograph their performances. I know that they had like on point light light system and good sound. That's just what they do. So my thought is, what can I do, not having a consistent, reliable hype man, and not really having access to like a venue hall or something like that? What can I do that's going to make my performance stand out? And I had been thinking of doing something like this from years ago with other performances. I just never had a chance to. And then when this came up, like all of the circumstances aligned. I had talked to Bill about it. He was into it. There were certain other things we talked about, like I was going to maybe like cut her clothes off and shit, but he was saying that might be a little bit too much, so don't do that. And basically it was like, this was my way of doing something that was going to help me stand out, basically. And it's unfortunate that it didn't end up working out. But, I mean, again, people are going to end up seeing it. And especially depending on the way that I do it, more than likely because figuring out how to host a stream would be too much for me. So I'm probably just going to end up selling it like either as like from a Patreon subscription or like some kind of shit like that. You know what I mean? Like some kind of just pay me $5 and here you go. And at that point, once it's out, I'm not going to fucking hassle nobody for sharing it with their friends or bootlegging it. Because to me, it's not really about the making of the money. It's just about having it out there. The only difference is at this point, having had to spend any money on it to get it made at all, I feel like it's worthwhile to at least try to do something with it where I can get like maybe zero out, Like basically at $5, only 20 people got to buy it, and I have to imagine that these 20 people are interested in seeing it. So
Legz just.
How long in advance did you submit the footage before they rejected it?
Well, so interestingly enough, so they would be the parent company, not Magic Engine, not Long Live Evil, because I had sent it to him about, I would have to look at the conversation. but I'm pretty sure it was about a week ago, if not a week and a half ago, give or take. Like, I will say, I got it done a little bit later than I believe Super Famous. I think they had it finished maybe a week or so before me. Maybe even more than that. My spatial time awareness is terrible. But I remember I got it to him with enough time that when I initially sent it to him, I was a little worried that my sound wasn't quite as good as I wanted it to be. And so when I initially sent it to him, I just remember having the thought in my head of, if I really need to reshoot this, I can make it happen. I'll just have to bust ass to do it. And then Bill he took a little while to get back to me. I guess even Legz can tell you he's notorious for not returning calls or texts right away. But once he was like, yeah, no, it's all good. I'm sure Magic Ninja will do whatever to make sure it sounds good. Again, my whole thing is this. I would assume that the parent company never actually watched the full whatever until today. And then once they did that and saw my shit, they were like, is that a fucking... Did he just put a garbage bag over that girl's face? Oh, yeah, no, you can't do this.
Shit.
And so, again, my whole deal is that I disappointed though I may be, I'm not, shocked. It's not like I can't believe what happened. And number two, people are going to see it. It's going to be the people that want to see it right away. I'm going to ask for a very small amount of money for that. And you want to know what? The other thing, too, is that I've had so many fans pay me for shit that was free. So, at that point, shit that was verifiable, you could have just downloaded it and would have cost you a fucking cent. Yeah, here's $10. Thank you for what you do. I don't know. I try to be very conscious about that shit because I want this to be my living, but I never want to feel like I'm fucking bending people over for the for money and shit. But
you can breathe, right?
It's funny you would say that because it's like
I can totally breathe.
I can go forever, but then when I'm on stage,
I know you, brother.
I lose the wind.
He had a lot to get off his chest,
I get it. I know that.
Well, so it's funny you say that, but I mean, Legz, we fucking hung out. He knows I can talk forever about anything. I'll just keep going. Believe it.
It's fun.
They're literally, it's like every time I fucking I end up out there and I have to go home, it's like we literally were hanging out until the literal last second of how long can I be here until if I don't leave right now, I'm gonna miss my flight.
Yeah.
How long do I have until I can I'm gonna be sprinting through the airport? Happen like that pretty much every time. But you want to know what, man? As far as I'm concerned, things are starting to loosen up here in Massachusetts. They said, I think March next week. Whew, that's fantastic. Next week, concert venues are going to be opening back up, 500-person capacity, which for certain acts is a real shame. But for people like us, it's like shit. If I can start maxing out at 500, that'd be some of the best attendance I ever had.
So, why wasn't Funtime Guys' performance pulled just because it was Funtime Guys?
What do you mean?
Why did they let that garbage air? Is what he's
exactly.
It's because garbage does. I don't know. It's just trash, dude. They probably just thought it was a fucking laundry hamper sitting around for 15 minutes with a beat playing behind it.
Why did they not pull your fucking set just for the fact that it exists? Oh my god!
Because I wish my better half was here. He would fucking answer that fucking amazingly.
Where is Whipstick?
I don't fucking know. I don't care. He's fucking somewhere, man.
That's fucking great.
Whipstick is ill.
I mean, I'm sure he's on his way, driving all super careful because you guys love the fucking talking about how I drive.
Yeah. I guarantee he's watching Avengers Endgame on his phone on the highway right now.
Yeah, drinking a Code Red, of course. Room temperature.
He's getting nudes and has a million fucking milks just on fucking tap right now. Like a fucking Willy Wonka in the milk factory on wheels.
Yeah, that's so funny. My daughter earlier today was fucking. My son likes milk, interestingly enough, and then fucking my oldest was like, "Oh, anybody who drinks milk straight up is fucking gross." Well, she didn't say that part because I don't let them curse yet, but I just thought that was funny that my daughter was like, "Anybody that drinks milk is gross." Like, that's funny.
I mean, Whip's a falling apart zombie most of the time with a beard. So he's pretty fucking gross. If you fucking dap him up, he bleeds on you.
That's fucking. Oh my Jesus Christ.
I'm not lying either. I'm trying to save people. You guys are worried about COVID. Don't shake Whipstick's hand. You're going to catch something worse, like some skin eating bullshit.
Hey, Legs. I know you told me this story. I don't know if you want to tell the story, but can you tell me the story about why the name of the album is Don't Hug Me From the Front? Can you tell that story?
Because Whipstick thinks everything's going to fuck him. Fucking, we played a show pre all this bullshit, and fucking, it was live. Don't let your computer screen fool you. We used to do live shows back in our day. And fucking, the next day we get up. He comes to my hotel room and he's talking about like people saying bye to him the night before, and him being like, "Yeah, I had to like side hug this bitch because she was trying to hug me," and I'd be like, "Yo, okay." And then he's talking about our boys girl. He's like, "Yo, I had to side hug her." I'm like, "She's not trying to fuck you." And he's like, "Anybody that tries to hug me from the front is trying to fuck you." I'm like, "So you're just not doing don't hug me from the front." And then fucking. We went to an Arby's, and I was like, "Dude, we should really name the album that." And he was like, "I agree."
That absolutely sounds like some fucking extremely Whipstick shit.
It was me, dude. I was in there like, "Don't hug me from the front." And then we cheered our chicken nuggets together, and we named the album.
Well, you want to know what? And again, that's entirely on brand for the both of you.
The universe is causing this.
So, like, how long ago did you guys record that performance?
What's up?
How long ago did you guys record that performance at?
A month ago, maybe. Well, no. It was either late January or early February. I can't remember when me and Rick went up there.
Did you guys talk to Bill at all about having him come out for Brainless? Because for a second, I thought he was going to come out.
Nope, because Bill would have told us to fuck ourselves.
Yeah. Well, that sounds like Bill, so.
We asked if we could even use like the front of the church to exist, and he told us to kill ourselves and die. It was an hour ago. I'm sorry.
Fuck.
We did it before tonight, or an hour ago. We did it at some point. You're welcome.
Yeah.
That's what
I think everybody at this point knows that they're all pre-recorded performances.
How dare you?
Sorry, it's just
not everybody. I did see
breaking kayfabe.
Some people saying some things along the lines of I can't remember exactly what it was they said, but they were implying that the show was going to be happening right then and there, which some of them are. I mean, apparently, and the only reason I know this is because the homie Killer T was.
Everybody shut the fuck up! He called me.
That's funny.
That was a
anyway, some of these shows I guess happen that way, but nah, again at this point it's like you kind of do what you can with what you got, but You know, obviously everybody is sick of having to do this kind of shit. We'd all rather. I think it's funny. At this point, after COVID's been happening so long, one of two things. Either one, if you do shows and nobody comes out, either the fans really don't care about seeing shows, or your shit just ain't that good. Because, like, I would go out to see fucking anybody right now. Like, anybody.
Stupid. Sorry, they're out there fucking with me.
Sounds about right.
I peek out and see a fucking Mr. Bill just chuckling.
It's like when you used to play fucking Friday the 13th, just fucking going around, all of a sudden, just hear him chuckling and
Actually, where Legz is at right now is where the entire Church of Zool EP was recorded, and I think they recorded all of MauXuleum in there, and all of the new album that they've announced it for a little while, but Necronomicon 2, Dead by Bong is finally what they're going.
Yo,
with
that shit they performed tonight though. I gotta hear the audio of that shit. That shit's banging.
Fire.
Yeah,
fire.
Is that song called Smoke? Is that what they're calling that song?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Because the chorus, yeah, it was pretty dope. I like the graphic. The graphic is sick.
Let's not suck Bill's dick too hard here.
Yeah,
True.
it sucked. Right.
It was average at best.
Yeah. I don't know if Bill made it or not. Maybe you guys just shit on somebody else. Who knows?
He's my favorite member.
What? Billy Obey and Whipstick.
Yeah, Whipstick, yep, he's my favorite too.
I know, I've seen it. Broke my heart.
My A-Lady's some shit though, man.
I was gonna say, don't encourage Whip.
Shorty got a body like, no, she don't, I buried it. Yeah.
He hit me up and he was like, man, somebody likes me more than you. And I was like, okay.
Shit.
You made his day, dude. Just letting you know.
He's up.
Wish you could join me. It would have been magical. He would have been in here licking walls and talking about shit that I don't know.
Yeah, hopefully he'd still have his USA Love Patriot mask.
No, he sold it.
I know, he sold it. What the hell?
I mean, he can. Don't underestimate him, man. He might have a whole fucking mask made of fanny packs just on tap. Like.
That needs to happen. We need Whip to have a mask made of fanny packs.
You're trying to make the universe implode with that type of fucking nonsense.
oh man, the dimensional rift cannot withstand that level of fanny packery.
Yeah. That's the next element. It's a factory. Don't hug me from the factory. There we go.
Well, but the fanny pack creates a buffer, you know?
I don't know. I need him here. He's like my Paul Heyman. I'm scared.
You gotta both have the fanny pack and then you can touch zips.
You could fuck yourself with a fanny pack on. I got pockets for a fucking reason.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pockets.
Hey, Legz, you want to tell the story about the hat you wore in Lucha, Florida? I thought that story was pretty enjoyable.
See, like, dude, that cocaine post I made the other day about me and him, seriously happened. Like, me walking with cornstarch and him being like, what's that? And be like, I bought this because it looks like Coke. And then him holding up an 18-pack of Coca-Cola and be like, I bought this because it looks like Coke. That happened. That fucking happened. And I was like, there's something fucked up going on that these situations keep occurring. But I had a bunch of Newport Reds boxes. And fucking, I was like, yo, Bill told me to make a helmet out of it. And I tried to tape like one to a hat, and I was like, I can't do it. So I fucking made like Newport Red dreads out of this fucking thing for Lucha, Florida. Well, I fucking brought it down. We used it. Whip kept trying to imply that I was being insensitive by wearing that until I told him I wasn't wearing it. Then he said he wasn't. But film the shit. We come back here. I leave it in the back of his car. He goes to leave in the morning. A crackhead broke out his fucking back window to his car because he thought there was a shit ton of cigarettes sitting there.
It's a perfectly Portsmouth thing to happen.
Yeah, it fucking happened. So like we're all out front and like goddamn Rick's like it had to be the fucking Newport's money. And fucking now Whip blames me for his fucking window.
That is that's something, huh?
I remember videos of Whip way back on fucking Facebook. Dude sitting in a bathtub wearing a fucking lucha mask, wearing a rubber ducky around his waist, just dumping booze on his face, like screaming and shit. I'm like, yo, this dude is wild.
That's when he was hyping for low key, right? He was hyping for low key back then.
Yeah.
Is that real?
Yeah. He was doing a birthday shot for somebody.
Oh yeah, that's what he would do back then.
Funny story, actually. I think the first time that he ever wore the fucking the mask in a video or like in any kind of like way like that was for the Signal, the Mission Effect video. Because everybody else had these like regular flat face masks, but he had the lucha mask.
He had to stand out.
Yeah, now you know him.
I know. Fucking Burger King without being the center of attention.
I thought you guys didn't like Burger King anymore.
We don't. Fuck Burger King. It's Arby's. Bro.
Arby's? Shit, well, they have the meats.
Yes, they do. And they also don't take bites out of my food. Fucking DoorDash.
Shit. Well,
gross.
DoorDash, that's not the restaurant. That's not their fault.
Hey, fuck you.
Why are you going?
You're siding with the ops, dog.
Yeah, nah, DoorDash, that's How can I get food from a restaurant that's 7 minutes from my house, but pay $8 extra for it and have it get to my house warm with possibly apparently bites taken out of it?
Yeah, somebody, whether it was DoorDash or Burger King, took a bite of my chicken nugget. So fuck both of them. We are Arby's people.
That is
foul. That's foul.
That is pretty shitty. I'm not gonna fucking. I can't hold you on that one.
Yeah, that's fucked up.
Yeah, it's foul.
So it was a bite. It was actual bite. It wasn't like ripped. It was a bite.
It was a bite. Like I have a picture of it on my phone because I was like, "Are you fucking serious?"
And you didn't like report it or anything?
No, I did. I called. Dude, I got kicked off DoorDash because I threatened them.
Fucking course you did.
I called the Burger King and I was like, "Which one of your bitch ass employees thinks it's fucking funny to do this shit?" And they were like, "I've never had this happen." And be like, "Well, what the fuck?" And they were like, "I believe my team didn't do that. Contact DoorDash." So I fucking ended up talking to some bitch on DoorDash, and she's like, "You need to calm down." I was like, "I am cool." It's like, "You need to be professional," because I told him send the driver back to my house so I could beat the shit out of him. She's like, "You need to be professional." It's like, "I'm being professional as fuck," and then fucking they refunded me. Like my full amount. Because at first they were trying to give me $10, and I was like, "Fuck you."
That don't even cover the meal. That covers like the shit, like the service itself.
I could have COVID now because somebody thought they needed just a quick bite of a nugget. What the fuck?
That's fucking. Of course, you fuck. I am being fucking calm.
Yeah, that's me.
Oh my lord. Well, I mean, not for nothing, but your level of comfortability with profanity is something that even I myself aspire to. Like, oh man,
That's
you're one of the only other people. You and your wife are the only people that I know who curse more than me.
That's how we talk. It's so easy to just. Now you got me thinking about how much I cuss.
Well, no. So you want to know what? Like I've been catching myself recently where my kids know not to say it, and my youngest always calls me on it. But like, I definitely curse around my kids. I ain't got room to judge nobody. But no, I just fucking last time I was out there, it's just like it was crazy. Like, well, no. You want to know what? I don't know that I heard the kids curse, but Amber was picking up the little one, and she was like doing baby talk, but she was cursing too. It was like some of the craziest shit.
Yeah,
like,
dude, I call him a fat fuckface like half the time.
I call my kids little heathen shits all the time. Don't get me wrong.
They know not to do it, so I'm not gonna change who I am.
Yeah, and you want to know what? Not for nothing, but like it's funny. I don't know if you ever saw Kevin Smith did one of these fucking like Q&A things, and he was like, I curse around my kids, like fuck pays the bills around here. And I have quantifiably in my life many different times paid bills and kept the lights on through money that I made through music. So to the chagrin of my parents, I guess, I adopted that as my philosophy. You want to know what? I'm not, my kids know not to curse in polite company, but that's just how I talk. That's who I am. So that's what we're going to do.
I get it. My kids don't cuss, but I guarantee if I paid them, they would.
You said if I paid them, they. Well, I mean, my kids are getting to an age where if you paid them, they'll do it. Well, yeah.
How are you three up top doing?
Chilling.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, Roan missed most of the stream, so he
he
saw like
how much did I miss? I said half.
He missed everything. He missed the Dawn of the Dead music video. How unprofessional of you, Mr. Roan Bone.
I thought the shit started at 9. I thought we were going to be here for like.
And I'm the motherfucking weed head.
Right.
That's wild.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be a late night, and here we are at 10 o'clock. I saw Zool perform 3 songs. That's not bad.
I know he missed Max's performance. He missed
the fun time, guys.
Don't dig it, my dude.
Hey, it's gonna be up.
I was definitely contemplating. I thought about it for a second, but like just not saying nothing, letting it happen, and then just posting something like, "So, what did y'all think?" I feel like that would not have gotten the reaction that I wanted it to. That's one of those Andy Kaufman moments. I don't think people understand.
Right.
No, that was you want to know what? As far as it still went well as far as I know. Everybody, I guess they played some new shit that everybody likes. So I'm sure I'll like when I hear it. I tend to like very, very high percentage of what they make. So
that's so dope.
We ever gonna get a Fun Time Guys and Zool album?
Maybe, I don't know. There's a lot of fucking. I mean, you might get a Fun Time and 2/3 Zool album. But probably not. I don't fucking know. I don't know what I'm allowed to say. I talk to my lawyer.
Talk to Whip.
Yeah, Whip's not here, so talk to nobody.
Talk to my non-present lawyer.
Yeah.
Max, what are the chances of an Infect album happening? I was very surprised that it happened last time. I was really surprised that shit happened.
You know what? So here's the problem: is that the absolute reality is that the driving force behind Infect at this point, from a functional standpoint, is Low Key, and Low Key has plenty going on for himself. And as far as Infect is concerned, I think that it's not enough of we're not able to make enough of a cohesive effort with the amount of members that there is. Because you have to remember, people don't really consider this, but even outside of what you would consider the core of Infect, there's like like 10, 11 people that are involved in it, and you can't get 11 people to all move in the same direction.
I was surprised that last album happened because there was, like you said, 10, 11 people. And I was like, holy shit, all these people.
You know what I will say about that is, in a short-term effort, making something like that happen, no, it's not particularly difficult. However, to make that a consistent effort where you do that in any kind of cohesive way, it's just, like I said, it's very difficult to get 11 people to go in one direction. Right. And you'll also notice in a lot of cases on that album that the way that it basically broke down a lot of times was the beats kind of went out, and whoever had them first and then recorded to them first, that's kind of how it went down. That wasn't across the board how it worked, but that is definitely how it went down to a large part. Like, and by the way, I think that the album came out exactly the way that it needed to, but I'm pretty sure that that's why you see Low-Key and Malaria on so many songs, because they were the ones who were really curating the entire album. So I look at it where the other part too is that I had a conversation with Low-Key when I was in Oregon about Infect specifically. And honestly, I just have not found a way to vocalize what we talked about without saying it directly. And I can't say it directly because I'm not at liberty. You know what I'm saying? That's some shit that we talked about on some, I really can't discuss it. But it's just, it's complicated. Making something like Infect work is extremely fucking complicated. And it just, I guess, again, because Low-Key is the one who's the main driving force behind it, it's difficult because he's got a lot else going on that he's, you know, first of all, focused on, second of all, should be focused on, because that's what he's doing. You know what I'm saying? That's his fucking livelihood.
He's killing it, too.
Here's the other part, though, is that you want to know what? None of us are not allowed to say fucking Infect in our music. None of us are allowed to not collaborate with each other. I just sent a verse to Mumra not that long ago. I actually feel like a dick. I took super long to get it done. Clep from Biokillers is on that song. Like, we can all still work together. We can all still do shit. There was actually talks for a little bit where me, Low-Key, and fucking Wicked One were talking about, like for sure doing Devil's Rejects again, but yeah, shit just kind of got caught up, and Low-Key started doing other shit. Wicked One's got, you know, he's been doing pretty well with, you know, acting and, you know, in the horror community. You know, also, I think, I don't know if he does a podcast or, you know, but yeah, he's doing good shit from what I've seen. But it just kind of didn't end up working out. And then, like, because I'm always down for that shit. I'm always into that kind of stuff. But it's just, when the older that you get, especially if you got a family, you just start to realize, like, if people are doing shit a certain way and they're living their life and they've set themselves to a certain standard, you can't expect them to, like, hey, so you wanna make less money just so that we can maybe go on this cool venture and do this thing? Like, it doesn't make sense. There's some people will, you know, go after that, I suppose, but I don't know. I would like to see maybe more of the people in Infect collaborating together. But that's also, like I said, there's literally nothing stopping anybody. Because when you think about it, it's not as though we couldn't all just put an album together and then just call it something, and not necessarily put the guns and the gas mask on it, but just like call it something that fucking has anything, some adjective that fucking has something to do with fucking gas or poison or fucking war, and then there you go. But it's like making that happen in that way, it's weird. Like the fact that it did happen with Chemical Threat 3 and 4, it's, I don't know, it's great because I remember the exchange on Facebook where, like, Bad Luck he's like, what if we just got the band back together? And then I guess Low-Key was like, we're gonna do that. And then fucking so it was. Like, what Loki is able to do in so many cases is really pretty remarkable. Like, we just went to fucking Bad Luck's house in Philadelphia. I was like, this is the idea that I have. And he was like, all right, this is what we're going to do. And then we made it work. And like, that's a good video. It's professional as fuck at the very least. And that shit was just like, it was my song, but his idea. You know, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I don't know.
Low-key,
Yeah, feel free to fucking cut me off anytime. Like,
Lex puts the phone down, walks away, goes to the bathroom, comes back. Max is still talking.
oh yeah,
a Devil's
that's
Reject
insane,
project
man.
would be
That-
dope.
that-
First
like-
Devil's Reject was fucking fire.
that's something that I came to grips with. I may have even said that to him the last time I seen him. Like, you have to understand it, whether it's my ADHD, whether it's the weed or whatever it is. I will talk for 24 hours straight if you give me something to talk about. Like,
Beneath the dirt of you asked you or responded with something, and you talked over him. So,
What were you gonna say, Ron?
Yeah. I
yeah.
don't remember what I said.
Word.
I did well. If that's true, I apologize because I did not hear you.
It's all good.
I think you
Sorry.
just said something about one of the albums being dope. I think you
Oh.
said something.
Devil's Rejects, fire.
Oh well, thank you, appreciate that. I got to tell you, it's really funny with that album. I just tried to do the most offensive, wicked shit I possibly could do. I wasn't even really trying to be literal. I just wanted to be as wicked as I could be. Say what?
The most shit that could get you cut from a live stream.
Yeah, basically. Exactly that. I am the fucking live stream ghost.
I will say I did think it was kind of funny that the guy who did Horrors of Reality, the one who understands the reality of horrorcore, is the one who gets cut from for being too horrorcore. I don't know.
That song is
You
amazing.
wanna know what? I got to tell you, it's at a certain point where I don't think that a lot of people really understand what horrorcore is there to do. Like, again, I was talking to my mom about this. Some people, when they recognize the reality of the world, like, here's a good example. I just watched a documentary today, which it's from 2017, so it's not like this shit stopped happening.
Who
But,
started?
It was a documentary about Syria, and just the level of horror to which these people are fucking living in is just you can hardly fucking fathom it. And some people, once they get to a critical mass of, you recognize that the world is what it is. There are people that do these kinds of things to people. Some people just choose to, maybe be proactive or maybe not and be helpful in the world, but choose to kind of shut it out and not like, I'm not going to watch things that are intense. I'm not going to watch things that are violent. I'm not going to watch things that are disturbing because it just upsets me. Some people, once they get to that point, they want to be closer to it. They kind of align to it because it just makes them feel more comfortable. They're able to parse through the world in a way where it makes sense to them because, if for one reason or another, usually trauma, this is the way that the world makes sense to them. And it's like, I'm sorry, what? I'm sorry, what?
Nothing, Max. Good job. I love you.
See, he said something about a tangent. That's all I heard.
Basically, you said you watched the documentary, and then I don't know where we are.
No, I was talking about how fucking
You watched
the
the
way
documentary.
I started by saying I
You
think
won't-
that the fucking whatever group it was, like
I'm
people don't understand what horrorcore is supposed to be. It's not
I
like
get
I'm
it.
not fucking glorifying violence. I don't think people should be going out and kidnapping women, torturing and murdering them. But
Wait,
you want to
hold
know
on.
what? There's a
Hold
lot of people that are entertained by watching shit like that happen.
I honestly think everybody that is a part of the scene needs to listen to Horrors of Reality. That's literally one of my favorite songs ever.
Yeah, I'm a new fan, and Luke put me on to that. That shit is banging. Yeah,
actually, Legs told me the other night when we were talking. Legs, you told me that was one of your favorite songs. I listened to it, and then I sent it over to Mike, and I was like, "You gotta hear this shit."
Yeah.
I never get over fucking when you're telling me that, like, because when I sent you the performance and you were telling me to sing along to Carl Panzram and shit, like, it's just funny to me. I've been doing this for 15 years. I've whatever fucking done this, done that. Whatever. It's weird to me every single time that someone is like, yeah, I like your shit and I listen to it. Like, for real? It's so weird because it's like I have conversations with people and people act like I'm some fucking famous dude. Like, I'm me? Like, it's just weird, man. Like,
Are you super famous?
No, you want to know what? But it's still so funny to me. I can't remember what made me think of it, but I was thinking about where Jacob, remind me. When I ran into you at the gathering with Ed and Kung Fu Vampire was there, was that the very first time that I met you, or did I meet you one time before that?
No, me and you met at the gathering, like during Twisted set.
Okay, so
Vampire, I was blacked out shit-faced.
No, so that I believe, especially there's a picture somewhere, but I'm sure I was on something. My eyes are all fucking messy. But no, just that whole situation. I won't rehash it because it's like I'm not mad at Kung Fu Vampire. Fucking just from that moment until now, where just like, because the other thing is, to me, since then, we both have done a lot of work and progression in making music. You guys basically I don't know if you would consider super famous like you're from scratch start. I don't know if you would say that, but I mean, progressed from where you guys started, or when I first met you guys, 2016, to now, and then as often as we've worked together, still, it's just like, it's good to see, because I fucking, I always said that I thought that you guys, when I saw you guys for the first time at UP Festival, that you guys were fucking riotous on stage, and that I was like, there's definitely something here, and it's gonna be big, and I'm glad to see that it's continued to fucking grow. You know what I'm saying?
We're gonna crash and burn so hard.
Oh no, I know. Once Whip has his inevitable fucking substance overdose.
If substance overdose, I choke him to death. Yeah.
It's probably gonna be Code Red, but
who knows?
Substance.
He's a massive person.
I will say, I think both of you guys are really doing the best work of your careers. Because Dying on Acid and That's What They Call Me, those songs are both fire. And Don't Hug Me From the Front is definitely the best album that you guys have done. So I'd say, both you guys are really killing it, and you're both, definitely on your way.
On that.
You want to know what?
You've done. It is. I agree with that.
It's still so funny to me because from when I first started talking to Legs, the first time he ever sent me a song, it was Spam. Was that a Corpse Circus song?
I think so, but I don't think it ever came out.
Right. No, I figured that, but just it's so funny to me where, like, fuck, I say that a lot. That is a terrible verbal tick. You were like, because again, in horrorcore, nobody can fucking rap correctly, like nobody, and
very few.
The first time that I heard you, it was after I had seen your artwork, And the very first thought that went through my mind was, wait a minute, he can make artwork that looks like that, and he can rap like it. Why the fuck isn't he famous already? Like, that doesn't, he's too good. How does that make sense? And then started like trying to send him tracks and shit and like trying to make music. But then he, you know, like, he's like, oh no, you're too good. I don't want to do it. But no, of course, he was saving himself for fucking Whipstick.
You saved yourself for Whipstick, Legs.
No, I just didn't want to get shit on.
No, see, no, and we talked about this the last time I seen you. I don't accept that. I personally consider you to be on my level lyrically. Absolutely, that's my opinion personally.
Yo,
Like,
Legs is versed on Crawl Space. Fire.
Thank
Kill
you.
that shit. Yeah.
Nah, you know, I can't remember what was that fucking song? Scratch with the finger. Oh, that song was so fucking good. And I had such a good verse written for it, and then I lost it and didn't record it, and then the song came out, and I will go to the grave regretting that. That song was good.
It's fine. It's never digital. It's on something that, I don't know. Who fucking cares? It's there somewhere.
Oh, what, is it not done yet?
It's been what?
Also, then there you go.
That song's been done on the Novus singles, I think.
Mm.
That's what I was gonna say.
And those
Well,
are
there you go. So my regrets stand.
to 100 people.
100 people. Whatever. That's okay.
300 people.
300,000 people.
I wouldn't trade them. I don't know what the fuck. Nothing.
Yeah,
I wish
fucking right now. The weed that I got is really good.
It looks like the weed Mike guy is really good too.
Oh yeah, hell yeah. Fire.
So, Legs, what's the progress on the masks?
Well, fucking all the prototypes of mine are done. Like, that's why I think it's dope that cats are posting them and shit. It's just, it fucking bugs the fuck out of me when I see them because the nose is down so low.
Yeah, I did notice that too. Yeah,
that's why they're prototypes. Is because like it was like trying to fine tune my mask to where it matches type shit. But mine's at that point where it's fucking handled. And then I'm waiting on Whipstick's piece of shit ass to fucking fill up somewhere where we have a few prototypes of his, and then I think we have his like nailed down, but he has to put it over his fat fucking stupid face and fucking.
Isn't yours a lot hard? Is yours like totally original? Because his is kind of based on another one, so it's not too hard to do his, and yours is like completely like hand done, correct?
Yeah, like mine was custom made, and then his was just, I think he bought it off of fucking eBay or some shit. But we updated his mask, so like it's the same shit, but it's just different to where it's like not so generic and goddamn Whipstick.
I think you mean so it does not infringe on any pre-existing copyrights.
Yeah, we're real good at that. Check out Could Have Played Fallout tomorrow at 2 p.m.
Yeah, you guys are streaming tomorrow, correct?
Yeah. Or
is it just you guys? Is Zool joining you, or is it just you guys?
Wait, what? Are we streaming tomorrow? What the fuck?
Oh, what is it? What are you doing tomorrow? The Could Have Played Fallout. Is it a music video?
Yeah.
Okay. I wasn't clear that it was a music video. I thought it was like a stream that you guys were doing.
Hell no.
So is it like who directed it? Is it another Loke?
No, it's a lyric video actually.
Oh.
They drew us as fucking Fallout like the Fallout perks and shit. So like it's just a bunch of Fallout perks doing a bunch of dumb shit.
Cinematic cocaine.
Definitely
yeah.
heard his fucking disappointment. He said it's a lyric video. He said, "Oh,
Oh, sorry.
Sorry, I can't resist. Like, we see so many lyric videos, but I mean, you guys did already put out like 2 really dope videos for the album, so
Yeah,
one lyric
fucking-
video, I guess, is par for the course. Is it like I'm assuming it's going to be like your artwork in it and shit?
Yeah.
Okay.
Real stupid.
Okay. Then okay, it'll pass then. That's
Yeah.
I'll
It's
be
not
safe.
the typical. It's not. It's the typical bullshit, but not the typical bullshit.
Is it like that Pest and Wrist video you guys did?
No.
No, nothing like that. Okay.
Actually, I think it's more active than Pest and Wrist was.
Oh, really? Okay, that's cool. Because I like that. That Pest and Wrist video is really, at least it's got shit going on. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, this definitely has. If anybody's played Fallout, they'll get it. If you haven't played Fallout, you could have played fucking Fallout.
that's a good one. I look forward to that."
2 p.m. tomorrow Eastern time. You can miss it if you want. It'll still be there later.
Yeah, because I was I mean, speaking of music videos, Dawn of the Dead premiered during the stream. I was really pleased with it because lately MNE videos have been kind of like, you know, no floating heads and buildings and shit. Like the East Side Ninjas video. So I was really happy with that. I thought it was pretty dope. What'd you think, Ron? Oh no, Ron, you didn't see it. Fuck you. What'd you think, Mike?
That shit was dope. I like this shit.
I think it's fine.
Did you see it, Max?
Max is frozen.
No, I did not.
He was upset.
The other thing too is I didn't have I had gotten a code to the show that I gave to somebody else, who the actress that was in the video or in the performance. But I didn't have a code to watch it, so
Near that.
Yeah, can you imagine being that actress? Like, oh, it's my big break, and then, sorry.
Let's be fair. I don't think it was going to be anybody's big. But no, you want to know what? Again, if anything, you know, like you said, the forbidden fruit aspect, I think is definitely going to help as far as when I do put it out. So I'm not going to sit on it for too long. You know, it's not something that you want to just see. You can, you know, like captivate, you know, for a very long time. So it'll definitely come out soon. People see it.
All right. Nope.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Yeah, we've been going for about an hour. So I think we can kind of start to wrap it up.
Word.
You can check out Roan over at, well, Roan, give your details and shit. You know better than I do.
Neathdirt.com. Boom.
There you go. Mike
Whoa.
Sears, Speak Your Clout podcast.
Yeah, every Saturday, 6 p.m. Eastern. Hiatus right now. We'll be back. I'll be uploading shit. You know, Mike says _Speak Clout Instagram.
Well, could have played
Basically, that's it.
Fallouts. Could have played Fallouts coming out tomorrow, 2:00. Anything else you want to plug? Oh, Don't Hug Me From the Front, Zoomart.com. Go cop that shit.
Yeah.
Anything else you want to plug, Legs?
Tornadoes are just bullies of wind. And my boss is out there playing with a bullhorn.
All right, Max. Max is gonna eventually release his performance. Anything else you want to plug out there, Max?
Well, so yeah, I'm working on a lot of different things, but Kaleidoscope is definitely still going to come this year. I just need to get past the recorder's block of just getting it actually out. But there's also going to be
I think that's me having to sign off. Love y'all.
See ya. Okay.
Oh. Well, anyway, no, I'm going to be putting out a podcast. Everybody's been telling me to do that for fucking ever. So I'm going to do that. It's called Here's the Thing. But there's also, initially, the interviews were going to be like part of the main thing, but we're not doing that anymore. The interviews are going to be to the side of it. But yeah, doing that. Still planning on putting out Kaleidoscope this year. And yeah, Hip Hop Zombies. I'm not going to say much more, but just Hip Hop Zombies. That's it. Hip hop zombies. Just
All
remember.
right. Dope. All right. Thanks everybody for tuning in. Tomorrow at 5:30 on SON's page, I'm doing interviews, so check that out. Other thing I want to plug is the Hooligans just released the 2 and the 6 featuring Madd Maxxx, Billy Obey, the Super Famous Funtime guys are on it. Cody Manson's on it. Really dope albums. There's 2 of them. So check it out. And I think that's it. Thanks again for everybody tuning in. Make sure you check out Max and Super Famous Funtime guys, Zomark.com, all that. Long live evil. And I'll see you guys real soon.